What it do? What it do? Midwest in the building. What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? Money boy in the building. What's going on? What's going on, fam? You know, I do not feel good at all when I gotta go live. I mean, I'm gonna feel good if I'm live. I'll deal with it. What's the word? What's the word?
What's good with you, MW?
Money boy, I ain't feeling good, bro, but here's what it is.
Man,
Like,
I had a dream you was in Sacramento last night.
huh?
I had a dream you was out here in Cali.
I'll be there. Coming soon. To a theater near
I
you,
was showing
Midwest.
I was showing you hella shit, hella places in this dream. I was like, what the hell? It seems so real.
I'll be there, money boy. We got something to do.
Mm,
God ain't done with us.
yeah, I'm trying to handle some business this morning, mail out some stuff.
Yeah, I didn't get the rest of those mailings out that I received. I got all those out yesterday, so I did get all those mailings out yesterday. And I didn't have nothing in the PO box yesterday. She went to go check, so if some come in today, I'll get that, and I may just get that out today if it's just one or two. I just wanted to come live with y'all. I may come live every morning. Just don't feel right not being live this morning. You know what I'm saying? So, it's all good though. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, I know, right, Kate? Yeah, I'm good though. How's everybody doing? Did anybody get anything done, completed?
I finally got that email back. Remember when I told you after going onto the one website, you got to fill it out and then you got to wait for them to send you that email back. I finally got the email back to move to the next step.
Okay.
So then I'll let you know about the next step. It was almost a week and a half before that email came back.
Right there. I'm checking the email right now. Hey, madam.
Hey, love. I just came on here to tell you, and good day to you, money boy.
Good day, Madam G.
Look, we love you, and we know you care about us. And I love the fact that, man, you've been blowing up. If you don't come back for a week or two, you gave us enough information this week with Big O. Please, please take care of yourself. I know how it is when people pulling on you. And I know how it is when you want to give to a lot of people. But wait till you good. I mean, I just appreciate everything you have done. And I just wanted to come on here and say this as your big sister. Take care of your damn self. Please. Because I hate to see when you come on and and I know how it is in the morning, you geeked up, you want to get on and you want to collaborate with everybody, but the body ain't ready yet.
Yeah.
Please just take time for yourself, for me, because you got to be here. And if everybody had been listening all week, they had enough information of homework to do for the next 2 weeks. But I know how it is because I have withdrawals of Midwest too. I ain't lying. I know how that is. But if you had to take a day, we would understand. So I just came on to say that I'm yielding. I don't have anything else
Hey,
to say, but I'm looking out for you because I know how it is. So please, for your big sister, just take some time for yourself. I mean, I know you be with the family, you got 1,001 two people pulling at you all the time. Just take time for yourself. And you ain't got to rush to give us something. Because if they ain't got it with those, if they ain't got it by now, they got to take their time.
right.
Yeah,
And
because
just
Brother Otis, he was coming with some powerful stuff
oh
all week.
man, he was doing some sexy stuff. You know,
Yeah,
the voice was off the chain because it spoke volumes. His voice speaks volumes. So the stuff that he's saying just sticks with you.
Right.
And I'm just thankful that he found you. And I mean, everything is happening, and nothing is happening by happenstance. Everything is happening for a reason, and I'm thankful for that. I just wanted to come on and tell you that because I hate to see when you suffering and things that you're going through. And I know how it is. Sometimes you're ready, but the body not ready. Sometimes,
Right.
So just
Okay.
take your time, sweetie.
Madam G. Sometimes Midwest just be going. He's like the Energizer Bunny with that extra battery. I'll be like, man, how do we do it? And remember, I've been with Midwest from day one, so it's like, oh man. You see, I had to take a couple of days off.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
been having to recoup. Midwest, he be going so much. I'll be like, man, send me a battery.
Okay.
Send me a battery.
Yeah, it's
But
all good.
yeah, look, sometimes you gotta let the people soak it up between the ears and let it marinate. You know how you do
Right.
your food Midwest. Sometimes when you put the seasoning on it, you put the nice little marinade sauce and then you set it in the refrigerator overnight. Some people need to let it sit overnight. So that I can't say just overnight. It got to be a little more,
Absolutely. Where you
you
been
know.
at, money boy?
Doing little paperwork stuff. Dealing with the kids, and then just trying to make sure I got all my stuff lined up, and then just reading.
School out over there?
Yep, school's out, but it's not for my kids. You
Yeah,
know,
I get it.
my kids is like they sports. Yoshi in college now, so he had the football practice and stuff. Nunu, she a cheerleader, so she at cheer practice.
You're absolutely right,
Coco,
Ron T. I just told my girl I gotta go live so I can get energy from y'all because
yeah.
I sitting there, I was like, no bullshit, bro. I feel
I think that's why I needed to jump on too. Because my energy was like, I guess it was riding on a wave, and the wave with the family, with our family here, is like a nice frequency. It's a nice upper frequency. So it's like we gotta come on here sometime just to talk to the people. It's not about paperwork at all times. It's about conversating with family
yeah, I be needing
and
to get
just
my flow going. Like I don't drink coffee.
mm,
Um, I eat breakfast sometimes, but I'm not a breakfast person. You see what I'm saying? But I do eat breakfast sometimes. Like yesterday morning, I fucked that shit up: pancakes, bacon, grits, all that shit. But today I ain't got an appetite. I had surgery on my stomach, and sometimes I wake up, my stomach, shit, my stomach be hard as a rock, bro.
mm.
And then my shit be cramping real bad. And I can't walk, nothing. That shit be just like my body be like shutting down.
See, I try to wake up and do my little Tai Chi exercise, bro. I
That's
just
ever since I had
breathe.
that surgery, bro. When they took my appendix, bro, like I think they fucked something up when they went in there, straight up,
Mm.
for real. Because I had my appendix removed in 1998, and I'm still having issues with this side where I got the incision at.
I remember when you went back to the hospital, remember? And I was
Yeah,
like, what the fuck? You almost had everybody up here crying and shit. Had me.
I got sick right on the live, like literally, like that shit hit me like boom, like Mike Tyson stole on me.
That only a couple of us remember. I know Kay remember. Kay was there
Kay was
with
the
us.
first one who noticed it. She was like, "Man, Wes, I think you need to get off the live when you don't look too good." And I'm like, "Damn, I didn't want nobody to, to even see me like that." And before I can hide my camera, it was over.
Do you do cleansings? I said, do you do like cleansings every so
Yeah,
often? Yeah.
yeah. Turpentine cleanses. I can take the Hercules. I got the colloidal silver.
Yeah, that colloidal silver. Let me tell you about that colloidal silver. I was using it for a toothache, and it
Uh-huh.
takes that toothache away. But I had went to the doctor to get my eyes checked because I was getting new glasses. So when I went back 2 weeks later, the doctor was looking all funny, and I'm like, "Well, what's the matter?" She was like, "Are you a diabetic?" I'm like, "No, I'm not diabetic. What's wrong? What's the problem?" She's like, "Your eyes, your power in your eyes has changed." So when I put the glasses on, I was like, "Ooh, they making me dizzy." She was like, "Yeah, I'm not understanding. Your eyesight has changed. We have to take
And
the."
I noticed that right away, my
Yeah,
second day on it,
yeah,
that it cleared my vision. I swear to God,
yep.
no
Mm,
bullshit, money boy. The back of my head was tingling, and my eyes like cleared, like they cleared up, bro.
mm.
So I know it works, and that monatomic gold, it's so nasty. It's hard for me to take it, but they say that will put you in a like shock be on them mushrooms. You can start figuring out a whole lot of stuff because it decalcifies your
Pineal,
pineal gland.
yeah, yeah,
Mm.
absolutely, absolutely.
But I have it. I just hard to taste that stuff, But that colloidal silver is what's up, and I figured that out because my daughter was like, "Ma, you've been taking that colloidal silver for your toothache," because I couldn't figure it out either. I said, "So if it's making my eyesight better, my health must be getting better also."
Yeah, all the way around. It- that's why it's like we working from the inside out. You cleaning
Mm,
from the inside of your body out.
right.
And then another thing could be going in is my body is in disinfect mode, and the parasites could be going crazy in there because before they die, they drop eggs.
Oh yeah,
You see, and that's probably why my stomach was. You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
So now I just
Yeah,
gotta take my stuff and get going. Like you said, I'm ready, but the body not ready. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I have to get the body. I gotta make the body ready because if I lay around and wait on the body, I might not be ready.
No, like he said, the exercise in the morning. I have this urban rebounder. You jump on it every day. It helps open up your lymphatic system, and it helps release a lot of that poisonous stuff out of your system, even your
Right.
mindset. Yeah, so it's good for in the
So
morning
even when
time.
y'all detoxing and y'all see that little weird shit coming out of y'all skin, y'all need to hurry up and go and get in the shower and get that shit off y'all. I'm serious.
Oh,
Because
what
if you
coming?
touch it,
mm.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That shit come out your skin.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay.
How
Mm.
you think people get musty?
Yeah. That's how
Oh,
people get
okay.
musty, and that's why we sweat. The only reason why we sweat because the body is kicking everything out.
Yeah, we got and if you the body is unique and we don't even understand the body and it's ours. A lot
Hmm.
of us don't.
Yeah, I was listening to an old black doctor. He was said that we get a new whole intestines in 11 months. It's like our body is constantly repairing itself, constantly.
Yeah, because if you fast for 3 days and just drink water, then the body start repairing itself after the third day. I learned that from Shipper.
Hmm.
And I did not want to call Shipper. I want Shipper to get in the building right now at the fucking door, knocking on the door.
That's a good friend.
Um,
That's a mighty good friend.
And I
yeah,
love
he
Shipper to death. And I know if Money Boy or K was close to me, it'll be the same way. Like, and it's vice versa.
Yeah.
for real, for real. If I was on that side of this United States, I'd be over there all the
I
time.
need y'all to pray for my brother Shot because he going. See, when Shot go through shit, it fuck with me spiritually and like on the inside. And my brother, and he going through something, and he don't talk about that shit.
Yeah. And sometimes you got to go within to repair. You don't you love everybody and thanks for that support and everything, but sometimes when you go within, you can heal better than that outer stuff. That what helps me, should I say. It's good to have that support and know that you got it when you need it, because there's a lot of people out here that don't have it.
Yeah.
So
Too slow.
give him a minute. He just needs to work it out within his head.
Yeah,
Too slow.
it's over here in Cali. Oh man, I think it's so many different
We out in the
energies.
sun,
Some weeks,
guys. Yeah. What's
yeah,
crazy is it's cloudy over here. Sun's trying to break through the clouds, but ain't no rain. Ain't it's supposed to be damn near 90 degrees, but we got clouds. Like it don't make sense.
mm,
Hey, we need to start doing some meditation. I know when Jamal was out and we would do those.
We need to start, even on the live, we need to start going outside, grounding together.
Yep.
yeah. I
And it
do. I
changes the
do.
energy in the atmosphere.
Yes, as a
You talking
unit.
about brother Rashad Jamal?
Yes, yes.
Man, I've been doing that meditation stuff. Right before I even started YouTube, I started doing meditations and stuff like 8 years ago, 9 years ago. I'll be on everything Rashad Jamal was on. I was on that before he even popped on the scene. I was like, oh shit. So when he popped up, I was extra excited. I was like, it's more than just me. It's really a whole lot of people out there that's feeling this way.
Yeah,
I
my
got my
girlfriend, when I showed her him, she's like, I know that little boy. I live with him and his mother in the same apartment. But he
mm,
come from somewhere. He on point. And even
yeah,
even
he
even the good ones get taken, because they're trying to post that fear in everybody. And
false
that's where
evidence
we have
appearing
to stand
real.
as a unit.
Yeah. That's that false evidence appearing real. When they tried to take Rashad down, I was like, man, here they go. Every time somebody step up and start talking, like I got my bowl and everything. I've been had that. My singing bowl.
Mm-hmm.
What
Oh
up, oh, I see
yes.
you out there, Otis. I didn't forget about you, brother. Peace and blessings, peace and love to you, my brother.
Yeah, that singing bowl does a lot of things, because when my mother was in the ICU, I had a healer come in and we closed the door and the curtains, and believe that healing bowl is the business. And my mother came up out of ICU that night. So I know the spirit is powerful. We just have to invoke it for the things that we want as a whole. We
Agree with
working on
you.
it, on the ground level, but we need to work it in a spiritual, because this is spiritual warfare. And that's the only way the love is going to come back between all of us, so that defeats the evil that's trying to conquer us.
Oh, believe me, I be on it every day. Every day. I'm like, I can't. I gotta stay protected. I, all the way to my garden and stuff. I'm out there in my grass. No.
Thanks. I have a good day.
All right, thank you.
Bob, my love, how are you today, dear?
Yeah, I'm a lot on that. Like that just made my whole energy level go up just getting back to thinking about that. And I already was meditating this morning, but just thinking about it again as we're talking, it rose the frequency.
Yes, yes, and we got to know just how powerful we are. And I'm gonna tell you, I have these ancestral readings. You know, where you get to know your ancestors that passed
And
on.
that's why I come here, because the energy makes me feel better for the people.
Yep.
I don't like pharmaceuticals. Uh,
Nope. Nope. Nope.
so I'll lay there in pain, balled up, taking it because I don't like medicine. And I feel like eventually the body, will kick back or restart or whatever the case may be. But I'll come here and I'll get what I need and I'm good. Like I told her, I was like, I'm gonna go live because when I go live, I'm gonna be able to move, I'm gonna be talking, I'm able to feel the energy, I'll
Yeah.
read some comments, respond to some shit, maybe, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Sometimes you need a jump start.
that's true.
The colloidal silver, I got immune booster, ionic colloidal silver.
Yep. Yep.
And it says antiviral, micro, mic, microbial, anti-pathogenic, antiseptic, uh, germicide, non-toxic, antibacterial, antifungal, boost immunity, disinfects, all natural, and what it say, ancient supplement.
Yeah, and that diatomaceous earth will pull them worms and stuff or whatever, out too. When you
Mm-hmm.
put it in your little juice or something. It's just
Yeah.
chalky.
Oh yeah.
You feel better?
Yes, ma'am. I feel a lot better. Don't I look a lot better? I do. I tell her I just have to come here. I have to deal with it for a minute.
Yeah.
Straight up, I had to get myself together.
Yeah, where your water at? All right.
I thought you had me, didn't
I was about to say, Joy Bill West, he got a gallon of water next to him.
you? You thought she had me. But I had just took my colloidal silver, so I got my water. So
Okay.
And then that's what I think it is. The parasites in there trying to get out of there. They running from that disinfectant that was put in there. That's why I like the turpentine clean. Because you do it with the sugar, and then they'll attack the sugar. They don't run from it; they'll go to it.
So how is that? I heard about that. So how is that? Is the taste
You can't really worry about a taste.
yeah.
Because my mama always told me what's good for you don't taste good to you.
Yeah.
And I had to learn that just like the silver. This shit nasty.
Oh, I got the clear one. I got a couple of different ones, but the
Well, this
clear
shit
one.
is clear too.
Yeah, okay.
It's nasty. What's up, Ship?
Talking his language now.
Yeah. Ship.
Yeah, I did not call Ship this morning when I got sick because he would have been in Milwaukee. Yes, he would have. Like, what is going on?
Hey everybody, what's happening?
What up, Ship?
Not too much. I'm on the road now, so I'm not gonna be able to check the chat like I was last couple times.
It's all good. I just really started talking because I was on here ill, but we good.
All right.
Look, Ship. We all jump to a new frequency. We all rose up to another frequency once we all connected.
Who
Could you
told
say
you to
that
come
again,
on?
MB?
I said we all jump to a new frequency once we all just connected. You know,
Believe it.
a
I
lot of us
believe
was
it.
we just jump. Remember what you say about that energy grid?
Oh yeah,
Because
yeah.
I'm
I,
getting
I
actually
can.
actually I'm about to send your stuff out today, but I put a special one in there. I got a special one.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah, this special one.
Oh,
You going when you see this one, you're gonna go, what the? This is the powerful one. I believe because I just keep staring at it, and then I thought about it a lot, and I go, this got the clear cortez in it, and then just what you told me about once you do certain things, I go, oh shit, this one's powerful.
MB, you have the power to take the smallest diamond and make and increase its size 100-fold, right?
Yeah,
And that will be, you strengthen the energy grid by that much every single time. And there were some things that I did over here on my end to add to the energy grid and cultivate the energy grid. I believe it, you guys. We're supercharged. And I'm gonna tell you something. With the food that they try to get us to eat all the time, they know what that food does to our energy, and there are only certain things that you could even perceive or see or think when your energy is not high enough. But when your energy is high enough, you can see more, you can hear more, you can feel more, you can think more. And that's what they've been trying to control. They've been trying to control our energy.
and now it's up to us to learn how to direct that energy,
Yeah, we've
connect
been
that energy.
directing it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, yeah, and connect with each other, and then we learn how to pull this energy into a super grid. That's what I'm gonna start calling it. It's like a super grid.
Absolutely. Oh, I like it. That sounds good. You amplify my energy field every time we talk. Midwest. Everybody who brings that positive energy, everybody who brings that good frequency, everybody that wants to help somebody, that amplifies my energy field every single time.
Mhm.
Never fails.
And, and then look,
And
shit, what I just learned out about this damn, I mean, I'm not gonna say this damn, but this pyramid that I made, that the ones who it attracts so much energy inside these pyramids that's why the ones who I ain't gonna say who lost or let's say sold out, that's why they like to try to grab those pyramids because they trying to absorb the energy.
yeah, they're trying to get some of that energy back that they know they lost.
Yeah. So the whole house will be filled of these pyramids. I was like, whoa. So that's what Shipper was telling me. And then it was something that they showed me to put in there, even though me and you talked about it already. I go, that's why when we put that in there, why Shipper said it amplifies. Because it does.
Yes. The base of the pyramid, and you know what? Okay, the form of the pyramid has an energy in and of itself, just on the strength of its shape, just on the strength of its form. But then now you start to cultivate it with other types of energy to create amplifications of various kinds and combinations. It's kind of like creating an energy language. You're using you're using different letters, numbers, musical sounds, and this and that, and that's what it's like whenever you're creating and you're fashioning a specific type of pyramid. And but that pyramid is a basic. I want to say, I believe, I think I can say, is that it's a basic eternal form. It's a form that I think has an eternal
Oh, but real cool.
aspect to it, and that's why we see it in history, and that's why they found, you know, I guess millions of pyramids now all over the world
Yep,
because everybody's
all
been
over the
using it
world.
for millennia on the moon, in fact. So you'd have to convince me that they don't have pyramids on every planet. And then if you try to convince me, I wouldn't believe it. I'd put money on they have pyramids on they have pyramids there. If they got pyramids on the moon, they're everywhere. They are everywhere. But that's why I like your business so well, because you know it's not, it's affordable. If I can afford a meal to give me a little bit of energy for 3 hours, I can afford a pyramid that will kind of tune my atmosphere, for as long as I have it, and it'll only increase over time the 5D energy and frequency that's there. Because energy 5D can only be amplified; it can never diminish. 4D and below goes up and down like a heartbeat, up and down, up and down. But 5D only increases more and more, amplifies more and more, never diminishes.
Hey, Shipper, can you send the
And
energy
I
grid
think
this way?
from the shape, like you said, the shape of the pyramid, do you think it's like a Stargate, and that's why they pull all of the energies together inside it and then direct it with the pyramids? And that's
Sure.
why they moved the capsule so they
Okay, let
couldn't
me answer
direct
that. Let me answer that after I find out what Midwest is saying.
I said, can
it.
you send that energy grid this way?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, you got that. You're you tap that it's already, you're already fully connected to it.
I
Fully
knew.
connected. You can't be separated from 5D. So what you're doing is looking for how, observing how it is appearing in your experience. So you'll start with the littlest thing. You'll say, well,
It was in
I'm
my
thankful
truck.
for the breath.
I'm good
I'm
because he got
thankful
me this big
for my
ass,
family.
big
Say that
ass.
again.
What's that piece of stuff that you got me that's in my truck?
Oh, the selenite is a purifier. The selenite purifies like lower energy. If it's lower than 5D, the selenite will help cleanse it.
Shipper, every time I'm in my truck, what I tell you, I feel good.
That's right.
My energy, I'm bringing that shit in the house. Fuck that.
Absolutely. You bring it into the. You can bring it into
Oh,
anywhere
bro,
in the house,
I
but
can
I
be
would I
mad.
would put it.
Anything. I get in that truck. I ain't mad no more. My shipper know because he was here.
Yeah, I got some. Put it in your pocket.
The size of the one that I gave you, Midwest. I would put it in the basement. Cleanse the whole house.
They not.
Okay, now MB, I don't I maybe the pyramid probably does have frequencies of a portal in it. I'm sure it does, but I've looked at the pyramid as, you can look at it a lot of different ways. Like, let's say the capstone of the pyramid, the tip of the pyramid is that's where the energy is directed out of. So you can direct the energy, basically point it where you want it to go, but it's gonna have an effect on the entire atmosphere, so you don't have to worry about that.
Now,
But the four corners of the base of the pyramid,
I was just about to say,
they
Ship.
create
We
the
couldn't hear you, Ship.
foundation.
Ship, you got to start it over real quick. You went out, Ship. We couldn't hear you.
Uh-oh. What was the last thing? What was the last thing that was here?
Right when you started about the pyramid, it went out. So you was out the whole time you started talking about it.
Okay. Well, like if you look at the capstone of the pyramid, that's where the energy is coming out of. The four corners of the base of that make the base of the pyramid is where the energy is pulling up. So the energy is being drawn up from the base and it's being directed out the capstone. Okay? So imagine it however you want. I imagine the capstone of the pyramid being eternity. And I imagine the four corners of the base of the pyramid is heaven, earth, oblivion, and desire. Because of the biggest elements that I can think of. Heaven and earth. Everything that's not heaven is earth. Earth is bigger than they say. There's heaven and earth from the beginning, and the beginning is eternity. And heaven and earth are two elements that you're not going to be able to get away from. Okay, the other thing is for oblivion, which is forgetfulness, and desire, the last thing that you're going to forget. Okay, so that's the base of the pyramid. So put it out, make your pyramid however you're going to think of it, but understand how something is drawn up from the base and projected out the capstone, projected out the point, and then just kind of think through it. It helps. I'm only saying this because I'm just trying to share how I meditate through different things, different concepts. But do it however you want. It makes no difference, because the thing is that we've been manifesting nonstop since the day that we got here. The question is, do we know what's going on? And do we know what we're manifesting? Do we know when we're being used by entities to manifest what they want? Because they don't have a body. Because to me, the pyramid represents the body. Okay? That's what it represents to me. Pyramid represents you. Pyramid represents me and how we function as beings on this plane. But it's take it however it speaks to you. Think of it. Think of the word magic that the powers the powers that were. You got prison, prism. You got court, you got quartz. You got policy enforcers, and you have polarities. You have the cell that looks just like a solar system, and you got cells. Come on. Come on. They're trying to capture the word magic of the frequency of the sounds and get us to hate the things that are most powerful and love the things that are most silly.
Preach.
Are we
Shipper gave me
done?
enough to
Are we done here?
Shipper gave me enough to take her the whole south side of Milwaukee.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Straight up. No
That's
bull crap.
beautiful. That's a sword.
I'd have got you a bigger one if I had it.
Midwest, do not get it wet.
Yeah, that's the water. You can wash your crystals and stones and stuff like that, but don't wash the selenite, because the selenite is like salt, and it'll dissolve.
My bad, money boy. I didn't even see you fall out, big dog.
Oh, I'm over here talking. I forgot I wasn't in. Hey, when I first got that, my energy cleaner wine, my daughter grabbed it. I'm talking about literally within the 10 minutes of getting home, she grabbed it and threw it on the ground and broke it. I had to go get another one instantly.
Yeah, that's the first type of stone that I can actually literally feel its presence. I'm not very sensitive to the feeling of things. I can track a logic in my head, but I don't feel stuff very easy. The selenite, you can feel that. If that thing is near you, you can feel it.
Yeah, you can. No bullshit. He ain't lying.
I'm telling you.
She said I got one in my window.
That's how you smudge. That's how you smudge your crystals. You know, you can put it crystals out in the sunlight. They'll gather energy. You can put them out in the moonlight. You can put
Hey, nah.
selenite below it. But I'll say I think I have a feeling that selenite works best when it's underneath the thing, because I don't think selenite pulls up from below. I think selenite pulls down from above. That's just my intuition. So that's why I said what I said, put it in the basement. Because I put any amount of money that it will cleanse anything that's above it, and anything that's like parallel to it on its level. But I don't know if it pulls up from below. It might, but you know, we that's what the quantum crystal kinesiology is about. The quantum crystal kinesiology. Give me a second.
No, you can keep going, shit.
Okay, yeah, that's what the quantum crystal kinesiology is about. Is about that. It's about it's about just working with the best crystals that we can find to charge our crystals and to train the crystals so that they can help create the best atmosphere for our homes and whatnot. But it was sounding like our Empress here um, has knowledge and interest in that kind of stuff.
Yes, sir.
Uh, all right, and your voice sounds a little familiar, but I'm sorry, I can't see the phone. I can't tell. I can't read the names.
Oh, this is Madam.
Madam, how are you?
I'm grand. How are you?
Excellent, excellent. I can't complain at all.
That's wonderful. And the knowledge that you have is remarkable. Remarkable.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I share what I have for scrutiny so that somebody can tell me if they know different. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
everybody's
I'm just
experience
trying
is
to learn.
different, but the level of knowledge that you have is, astounding. Because some people don't
Uh,
even go that deep. I know, I understand where you are. Some people are like, what is he talking about? But I get it.
I appreciate that. I really do, because it's like, there's not a lot of people that are interested in this type of thing. So it's like I can't tell you how much joy I get out of talking to MB Midwest, Shock with the facts, and then now hearing your frequency as well. It's like, oh, found another one.
Yeah, like will attract like. And we have to know that we're in a powerful position right now. And I just know that if we focus on love, giving, things that, we got away from, even within our family sometimes,
Yeah.
that's the only way we're going to bring the frequency back that we really need. And when we all understand that if we say we're gods or we're goddesses, then we're able to do the things that God does. 'Cause, someone told me, because they're so religious, there's only one God. I said, well, what is Elohim? And, and if you're a child of God, how can you not be So you're trying to displace yourself from that frequency, because they're caught into the religious part of it
Yeah,
all, and don't
yeah,
know that they're speaking about you. And
that's
even with
right.
the whole Masonic thing, even I have a whole lot of family in that, and as I learned, I come from that. But what I learned with that is the things that we're understanding them on another level than they are, because they're complacent in this position as to on a need to know basis.
Right, exactly.
And if you're not studying and not studying thyself, you're not going to understand what that whole thing is about. But we're on the outside doing the same thing they're doing, not being put in this somewhat a box. We got our own clan, our own thing. I'm not saying nothing wrong with it. Like, as I say, I come from that, as I understand. But when I spoke to the ancestors, they was like, you don't really need that. You already have that spiritual aspect of it. The only reason why you would get into something like that is because of the legacy of people. But when I
Right.
understand it now, y'all doing the same thing. But you're under a code of some kind. And I'm like, y'all trying to keep a secret, and the fucking secret is you.
Yeah,
it's you.
Say that
So,
twice. The secret is you.
exactly.
that's right.
So
The
and
pyramid
and
is you.
that's why I love Miss Midwest, because he had the courage. Because I still have people today. When you get out there and you put that information out there, you get whacked or whatever the case may be. If you're gonna be a god, stand on that. Don't
Exactly.
don't chicken out and go to the side, because what I found is through this whole pandemic, this shit is over. We just
Oh
ain't
yeah,
realized it's over.
it's over.
So until
And
we understand the power that we have and the things that we need to implement, it's like when I tell people every day, everything that you see was somebody's imagination that was matter, that came to matter, that so that you could see it. So that's all that we're doing. And when I read that secrets book, what it understood me was what the secret of the 1% was holding from us was the fact that we had the power to invoke what we wanted,
that's right.
opposed to us listening to what they would, like you just said, the lies and the stories, just filling through all of this madness of this fake thing that they didn't created over us to. And then this is the killing part. Over all these 20 years of me, because like I said, I was woke when I was 7. I submitted to this because I was ostracized through my family, because I spoke about things, and they was like, who are you to question God? Well, I thought I was his child. You ask your father for some information, it's supposed to be given. You're not supposed to be ostracized because of that.
That's correct.
So you going on a blind faith, and to believe something is to believe something, but to know it is to know it. It's two different things. So you believing in a blind faith and not trying to, it's like they say, the ignorance of the law is no excuse, or we will perish for lack of knowledge. And
That's right.
people want to stay in that box because it's safer in that box. They've been there so long, so they don't think that anything else could be even out there.
You
And
know,
when I was 7, I understood. I'm standing in the church looking at the stained glass windows, like, wait a minute, the book say something different. So either the preacher lied to me, or he telling me something, or he not telling me something that I need to know. That's the question that I was asking at 7 years old. But I didn't have the knowledge that I have now. But what I understand today, that the creator knew that I had to know these things today. And when I look back at being 7 years old, just to be open at that time to try to understand something ain't right. And I know that if anybody go back into their lives, and if they were ever indoctrinated into that, they have to sit back and ask themselves. They had to ask that, but they were shunned from asking questions. That was how I was. I'm asking crazy questions. And they always thought I was crazy. I don't care, because I see today that there are people out here, because if Midwest and other people wasn't putting this information out there, there wouldn't be nothing for nobody to go and research. if he didn't have the courage or anybody else to get deep into it, to basically tell you what is really going on, you would never have any of that information to hold on to or even think about, well, it's something different. Why is he saying this? But I've been knowing this all my life.
Right.
It should give you a thought to say something may be to this. Don't, like I say again, you perish for lack of knowledge. If God is all knowing, not that you're gonna know everything, but you already came here knowing that. That's why these rainbow babies that's here now, they know we came here knowing everything.
Right.
But we got indoctrinated. So after being indoctrinated for so long, yeah, it's hard to get that shield off. But like you say, when you put them glasses on, it's hard to take them glasses off once you figure out. Because I'm going to tell you, I done got frustrated with this process so long, I was going back straw. I was like, I know how to do that straw now because I understand what's going on the other side.
Right.
But I never quit. So I no matter what, I'm still going to keep moving. I'm going to keep moving. And I had a reading yesterday and that guy just made me so inspired. He was like, you're a high priestess. And the reason why you were sent to me, that I came up on your feed, is because the Most High and your ancestors they waiting for you. They said, move now, and I'm just thankful to be in a group that you can be open and talk and be real about this shit, because all that other stuff, and then you get the information and they get so conceited with the information that now everything is a cuss you out and you stupid and you this and that. Come on now. That's where the ego comes in.
Yeah.
It's like exit God out is what they say. That's what the ego means, because now you think you really is the God and you forgot where you came from. It's not
Right.
necessary for you to stand on a platform because you got a platform to cuss somebody out and make them feel like they stupid because you feel you got it all. And from what I've seen, yeah, you got your process, but there's a million other processes out here. So stop it. Stop making it like it's you got the whole
Shebang,
enchilada.
shaboom.
Because
Right.
if you had the whole enchilada, you wouldn't be on this fucking
Breakfast.
YouTube. So stop it. Stop it.
Yeah, word, my mama's.
Oh, I get emotional about that because I've listened to a lot of
I be
people.
emotional too. My oldest be up there. Right
Yeah.
up. I hold that shit in, but I be like, man, this nigga just don't know that motherfuckers that know this shit won't even give it to nobody. They sitting up there just doing everything for themselves, but won't help nobody.
Yeah. And that's what we got to start doing now. If it's just going out, helping people, because when someone asks you for money on the street, you don't know who that individual is. Don't judge that individual because it could be a test. So I think if we vibrate on love, a lot of that other stuff will fall to the wayside. Just loving, finding something to love on, to help, to do something, to change this frequency in this atmosphere.
Right.
Because it can be done. I look at the older people that even know the things that we know today. They didn't have none of this information that we have today.
Right. Absolutely.
And they and as not, they weren't ignorant, but as ignorant as they was, they still stood on their grounds of, being powerful in that. And that's all that they're looking for, because I don't watch the news. I ain't watched the news and I don't know how long, because what I used to do is read between the lines of what they were saying. But most of the news is done nothing but to produce fear upon you. They ain't telling you nothing that's going to uplift you or get you to the next level. So it's just demonic. So the thing is to put these things back into your vocabulary of I'm thankful, I'm grateful. The gratitude is what's going to let the Most High give you the things that you're asking for. So I just feel that we need to focus on some love around here and make things a little bit better for us all, because I know we all ain't got it yet, but just the fact, and I'm gonna tell you this, just the fact, like Oda said, waking up knowing that different now than what you were told was a lie. It was a lie. So you betting 20 now already. So just keep moving forward. Just keep moving forward. It's gonna get better, but you got to put that energy and invoke the things that you want into the universe so that all these things can come together. Because there's no not by chance that we're all here together now. This is not a mistake. It's not a happenstance. It's for a reason. So I'm ready. I yield.
What's good? What's good?
What up?
What's good with it, Otis?
What's
Hey, Big
good?
O.
What's good? I ain't got no weed. I've been smoking roaches, listening to the live.
Damn.
Had my cup of coffee. What's good? Let's get this. Let's get this attitude. Let's get this freshness up in the air. I'm high. What's good? It's Friday. I don't know what Friday means. The way I move, I don't know what Friday means, but it's Friday. That's what people say.
Right.
What's good?
Just got paid.
What's good? Right. Friday night.
I like how one of my clients they said it's a Sunday.
Right.
It's not a Friday. It's a Sunday.
What's going
It's
on?
out beaming.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And this what I always say, Midwest. I say every day is my birthday, so every day is our solo return day, right? Because we
That's
wake
right.
up. So if you feel happy on your birthday, you should feel happy every day. Like, hey, it's today. You know, it's today.
Mm-hmm. For real.
No,
What
I
you
didn't
got
want
for us
nothing, man.
today, Big O?
Huh?
I said, what you got for us today? Because I know you on fire.
No, hey, be honest with you. I don't listen. I don't be knowing I'm on fire. When it come, it come. I don't know. I'm just hey, I'm on here now trying to see what's gonna come out. I don't know. I'm just chilling.
Right.
For real. Hey,
the comments. Comments and set it off.
But I will say though, for real, all jokes aside, just getting a little serious. Like what Midwest when he first came on here, when he first started. I mean, it's just basic common sense and it's true, and we can all relate to that. You have to be amongst like-minded people to get your day started, or to just get rejuvenated. Period. Point blank. Period. Whether you're feeling sick, down, or what. And even though I'm feeling all jubilant and all that, whatever, I go to bed, I wake up. I got that nervousness feeling because, again, I'm being real. Yes, I know remedies and all that. I know paperwork. I know all that. But I know they still coming. I still look out the window. I got to go make my coffee, look at the wife going to the home office, and pray to Allah that I'm prepared and well sanctioned for the day.
Absolutely.
And that's just an everyday occurrence. It never changes. It really doesn't. Right now, I'm jovial because I'm around months, again, like-minded individuals. But when you hit the end button and you feel them, what's the word? I mess up a word like Jesse Jackson. But the feeling you get when you're just ready to go out and charge, but it wears off.
Yeah.
And then you just left to your own vices and thoughts and second guessing yourself because you got a family to take care of. We all been there. If you live in this lifestyle and truly into it, you feeling it, you know what I'm talking about. So you have to be amongst like-minded individuals because they don't know that they the only one that know what you're going through. You can't touch them or any of that, but you can feel their energy. They the only one that know. Again, I'm keeping it real. No shame, no shame. Suffer from depression, ADHD, all that. So when I get in that depression mode, I'm in there. But what gets me out of it, again, I know too much not to know. I ain't got time to be depressed. If you don't snap your ass up out of that shit.
Man, I tell myself that all the time.
So that's what it is. So it's just like I say, I'm here. Whatever come out, come out.
Let me say this: ain't none of us got no damn ADHD. What we
you know what? I'm glad you said that. I hate that. Okay. Now I got something to say.
Please don't say that. Please don't
say that.
Please don't say that.
Okay, you are correct.
We in between two worlds right now. That's all.
Right.
We trying to
Okay,
Navigate
if we
between
don't
two
talk, let's
worlds.
talk. That's something that they made up. But I
Yeah.
use that
Absolutely.
term only because I know it's and it's sad and it's definitely an excuse. That's what people are using it for commonly, and it's wrong. That's just a label, and that what gets us in trouble. Label
Yeah.
us, and so I totally agree with you. So we need to call it what it is, but it's not ADHD. So I
No, we
definitely agree.
just traveling between two worlds trying to figure it out. Because I thought I
Exactly.
was the only one with all that I heard you say this week, and when you just say what you just said, it made me know that I was normal.
Mm-hmm.
It made me
Absolutely.
understand that I'm normal, and we like we said, we navigating between these two worlds trying to make sense of all this BS that we in, and it's just normal, like you say. Please
Right,
don't
it
say
is.
that. And you
And
got
what I
too much
love,
sense. Wait a minute, you got too much sense to have ADHD.
hey, I agree with that, and we all do. We do because if we all
Everybody
listen to
in here
this,
listening.
we know something.
Our mamas.
There's like, and I'll leave it at that. So that's why when I talk and I'll be talking to people, and if like-minded people come into the same room, yes, for the record, and please don't take this the wrong way, we're all on different levels, but we're all in the same room. We're on different levels, but we're in the same room.
Correct.
And that's the key. It's a lot of people not in this room that thinking what they think, yada yada with the woo. So that's why I'm glad, and that's all too. Also too, that's why for real, I love all praises due to Allah the way I am. He allowed me to not
Man,
be ashamed and afraid to share what I'm going through because I know it's a lot of people going through this, especially men of color. They make it normal to not want to express your feelings, to not want to cry, and to not, you better not tell nobody you depressed or whatever you want to, or you feeling suicidal, a black man in today's society, especially even 10, 20 years ago. You couldn't tell nobody that. I wouldn't dare tell my son if I had one not to cry. That's a death sentence. You got to let that out. You got
Yes,
to
yes,
feel.
yes, yes, yes,
But
yes.
another man is not going to tell you that. So I'm here to tell you, let that out.
Please.
Let it out. I don't care how you judge me. I got a woman. I ain't got to prove nothing to you. I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a daughter that I want her to see this is what a man looks like when he cries, when he's hurting,
Exactly.
but he's among his family. And
Yep.
there is no judgment. We hug. We hug. Now give me that look that the man need so I can get my ass back out there.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Yep.
That's why it's called pillow talk for a reason.
Yeah, Otis,
I
ain't nothing
yield.
wrong with you, boo.
Just launch my YouTube channel. I don't know what I'm gonna say, but just log. Just subscribe to it. That's all.
I
Appreciate
subscribe to it.
it.
I
I
subscribe
yield.
to
Shit.
it. I got you.
But yeah, though, talking stuff. But yeah, for real. Listen. I
Yeah,
just felt like somebody needed to hear that.
I wanted to pipe up with the idea. We talk about how, and this is back to the energy thing, is that we talk about how we forget in order to incarnate, we have to forget who we were in the higher dimensions, right? Well, it occurred to me, a couple days ago that we haven't forgotten as much as it when you're in a body, when you're in a dense body, it literally just takes time for information to come through into such a concentrated form. So we didn't forget, we're just allowing the information to come through in time. So you didn't forget anything. We know who we are at a core vibrational level. We know exactly who we are, but the information is flowing through in time. Like if you could imagine, just like right above your head, that all of that information in its highest concentration flowing through you like an hourglass. is going through a narrow gate. It's going through a hot gate. So, and then it comes through in time. So in that meantime, we got to protect each other. In that meantime, we got to stand up for each other. In that meantime, we got to help each other because we're experiencing this thing called time. It's just a thing. It can't take away anything of who you are, but in time we see things through time. And one thing, two things, three, four, five things at a time. But it doesn't change anything. It doesn't change who you are, where you come from, and where you're going. It's just an experience. And I yield.
So let's get this party started.
Absolutely. What's up, Cliff?
I wasn't able to catch everything that Otis was saying because I had to dip in and out. But I'm always a fan of I'm always a fan of Otis.
Absolutely.
I wasn't saying nothing, Chip.
Yeah, quiet, or is it going in and out?
No, it just got quiet.
Oh, okay.
I was about so what has people regarding the chat wise or even on the panel here, and then I'll slide out because it's the panel side getting kind of full here. And by the way, I'm so sorry. I'm very anal, so I'm looking at the screen. I try to keep stuff as clean and professional as possible. So yeah, it looks like it's a whole lot of icons on the left, and you can't see who's who. So you start getting the many people on there. So that means I need to say what I say real quick, and I bow out real quick. But I'll park back in when I need to say something. But with that being said, we can have a nice little discussion on what's going on with not getting too deep, obviously, because you can only say so much on a live broadcast here. But that's what I'm here for. If you guys have any questions or just want to discuss what you have things been going on this week, without going into too much of great details. If I can't answer it, I can't answer it. But if I can, we would love to. Hey, let's get into it. It's the weekend. Let's get into it.
Okay. I would like to put a thought out there.
Yes, sir.
And it's a thought that it's already out there, but it's being used against us because we're out here in incorporated cities that are for profit. These are for profit corporations. They have their Walmart security policy enforcers, and they are enforcing policies. Okay, we don't have our basically our fee schedule enforcers out there. We don't need a badge and a gun to do that. But people, but I'm encouraging the idea that among us we have individuals and teams that will enforce what's right for individuals who don't know how to do it just yet, but who are learning. And it's a basically like a fee schedule enforcement or like rights enforcement type of thing. And I know these kind of things exist, but whenever they get momentum, they get hijacked. Like the sheriffs, they were supposed to enforce the law. They were supposed to enforce the law in the county. The county is not separate from the city. The city is in the county. So just because the city is doing business in the county doesn't mean that they can violate the law. So there's things in, going on that my heart is bursting to enforce. For if I see someone getting pulled over on the side of the road, it just breaks my heart. It really does. Because 9 times out of 10, they didn't do anything and they're getting railroaded. I don't even have to look at their face. And so it's like, and then on the other side of that, they were probably pulled over wrong and they're dealing with issues for who knows how long all by themselves, and they can't figure it out because there's too many processes. And so it's like, yeah, we all got to get it between the ears for sure. But what happens before that? Do we all go through the same troubles? I don't want anybody to go through the same troubles as I did at all. I don't believe in reinventing the wheel. Yeah, get it between the ears. That's going to be everybody's responsibility. But in the meantime, I am my brother's keeper forever.
Mamas.
And I yield.
Yeah, I think it's time too. I was reading something where you can have your own common law court, your own common law sheriffs. They can have their own badges. Of course, everything will have to be done under a trust. It's almost like having your own nation. So it'd be some, to look into if people are interested. But just like they created their own nation, we create our own government and everything, and it's done by trust. What that trust is, that's what it is.
That's exactly it right there. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, a court of 13 council could be the elders, who actually oversees those things, and you have a sheriff, and he has his deputies.
Yeah, because this is what the court taught me. The court taught me. They said anybody could. They told me this over the phone. They said anybody could show up on my behalf. And when she said that, I was like, what? I want to show up on everybody's behalf. I don't want anybody who I care about to say a word in court ever. Because there's some evil people. Evil. Don't get me excited.
Yes.
And I don't want anybody that I care about to ever go into court and say a word. I will go in there myself. But then one of the things that I've seen too is every account that you have, driver license, state ID, passport book, passport ID, your high school diploma, a diplomat, your DD-214, your DD-256, all these different things, these are all, each and every last one, are a capacity. Each one is a constructive trust. And each one of those, 3 of them is a witness. 12 of them is a jury. You can have your own court with your own capacities. Now, check. I'm putting that out there. I'm putting that out there for your scrutiny. Counsel.
Oh no, that you're correct. You're correct. I mean, like Otis was saying, everything that they're doing to us, we could do to them. Remember, we're the sovereigns, not them. They corporations, they ran this game on us.
Exactly.
So now we understanding that we're supposed to be taking over the government right now. I've seen so many countries that then took over their government because when Obama got in office, the people was mounting up with their guns and everything because they knew that when the government became what they call corrupt, that they can create a militia. It's right there in their paperwork. They can create that militia. It's okay to defend yourself because you were the ones who created it. So how can the creation be more than the creator?
Yeah, that ain't right.
So you know something wrong with that picture. So I've been thinking about that for a while. And I was with a young lady who had set up her own nation. And to tell you this, she didn't need a whole lot of people because if you're using all of these different assumed names, she had her own government, her own consul and her clerk and everything.
You
So
know
now
what?
huh?
Oh, no. Go ahead, please.
So I went to her class for a while. It's just that, sometimes people get a little shady when it comes to the money. And because I overstand this information, I've already had it before. She was trying to resell me the same information. First it was $350, then it went to $2,500.
Oh shoot!
Exactly. So as I got into the class and I started seeing it, I'm like, you can piss on me and tell me it's raining, but I know different. I understand. I don't know what game you're trying to play, but you regurgitating the same information. So at the end of the class, I was like, well, I would like to see some of the people because she was like, what would you like to see at the end of the class? I said, well, I would like to see some of the people that you saying that this process worked for. So maybe they could give us some pointers that we could, she went into all of that. But I'm going to tell you, the information was powerful because all the things that is going on now, the things she used is happening. But I didn't like the fact that she was using other people's paperwork, stuff that I had already had from Tim Turner and so on and so forth, for, the A for V and stuff like that. We matured a little bit more to know that we can work past the A for V and all of that kind of stuff. But it's possible to have a nation. And I got the family crest, you put your crest on there and put your declaration in, and your constitution is the natural laws of the universe, because I've also heard of a natural law trust. Yeah. I was reading on that because that's what it's all about. That's something that they can't get past. They push all these statutes and codes and so on and so forth, but the laws of nature is there and they're gonna stay there. So when you work through those laws of nature, of course, you're working with the universe and you're working with the creator. So how can someone come past that? And then it went down from the laws of nature to the universal, laws. Then it went to the maximums of laws, but it didn't go past the federal. So anything past the federal, you don't deal with, because those are corporate entities. That's, you the real person. So you're dealing with the higher law. And if they can't come to your higher law, because again, and I brought this, and me and a friend of mine, he's very, very knowledgeable in the history of a lot of things. We were trying to get together to form our nation because he does unions. He had the first Hebrew union, with us as melanated people. And he went up against, Lisa Madigan and different people in Chicago. But he said, but that's how you do the things that you need to do, is through like a union, like a nation, however you may want to verbalize it, but it's through trust. And everything is funded through those people in that nation. And you can have your own, like you say, you got your own land, you got your own army, you got your own, because you have to have all these things. And you all bankers already. So now you have a ULI for your family bank or your nation bank, however you want to do it. There's a lot of different ways that we can move away. We don't necessarily have to continue to use their system.
Right. That's what's
create our own system without having to deal with all of this nonsense, because they were only put in place for us to learn what government was. So when it came time for us to take over the government, we knew what we were supposed to do. Right now, We're not doing what we're supposed to do. That's why AI is taking over.
Right. Wow.
So now we're going to be taken over by robots if we don't get up and get to it.
Well, and we don't want
Iceland and
to.
all different countries take over their government because they were rogue. I mean, if we can't see them trying to force something on us that is not constitutional, we ought to know that that's rogue. You trying to force something on us that could kill us and have killed some people,
Yeah,
or
many.
many people. So it's like, when we gonna wake up and say, we just tired of this? A
Yeah,
lot of
call
people
it
are
like it is.
scared. Yeah,
Rogue.
yeah, it's time. It's time, and
Now,
we gonna always have grace. The Creator is gonna always give us a way of remedy. That's gonna always be there. And when you ask the universe for something, it must give it to you. So just be careful what you ask for.
okay, all right. Okay. In line with that, please feel free to jump in at any time, anybody, because what you just said right there is that whatever you ask for, the universe is supplying it. Okay, that's what I'm
Must. It's a
hearing.
must.
Must. And the reason why I agree with that so wholeheartedly is because of this concept of the space in between. Okay? The space in between all things is not empty. The space in between all things is the highest concentration of everything, so high that you can't see it, so high that you can't hear it, so high that it appears to be it appears to be just it appears to be empty, but it's not. It is what everything is drawn from. Everything is drawn from the abundance of the contents of the space in between. And so if I'm looking for something, I'm going to find it, because the power of observation is concentrating the light and the matter by observation itself. So now you have observation, then you have voice, then you have hearing, then you have actions. You have all of these things that create an experience and that manifest the matter, the material. It doesn't come from nowhere. It comes from the space in between, because the space in between is everything. And so it's like, I don't know if you can imagine what I'm saying, but it's higher than light. Light is sometimes a wave, but sometimes it's a particle. Light will collapse from a wave into a particle when there's an observer looking for it. That's that experiment that they did, and that blew the scientists away. It turned scientists into magicians. They couldn't believe what they were seeing. And but that's the whole idea, is that when light is in wave form, it's basically it's as low as it can get before it turns into a particle. And when it turns into a particle, that's when we can start to see it. So there is an existence way above particles and way above waves that we cannot see because it's too high. It's too concentrated. It's the all. So when you are looking for something and when you call for something, you know it's coming because it's already there.
Correct. You got a little deeper than I expected, but yes, you are correct, and that's another way of, I've never seen, it was explained to me like that. But yes, that's just like, you are everything and everything is you. So that's how you treat life and you treat things, as though you would want to be treated. It's like when you look out at other people, you're just basically looking at your reflection.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And your particular perspective is basically eternity slowed down to that one point that is you, and I am eternity slowed down in time to the point that is me.
Mm.
And when I look at you, I'm looking at me from another perspective.
Yes. Yes. You're so profound. Whoa, that was deep. Mm-hmm.
And that's why brother Rashad Jamal say, peace, peace, reflection.
Yep. Yep.
You know, that's why he say peace, peace, reflection, because we are nothing but reflections of ourselves.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right. It's like that's why there's no reason for me not to help you.
Okay. You're right. And that's what we need to start that that energy flow. Because when we do that, the most high start making things work for us also. You know what I mean? And it's a domino effect throughout the ethers.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm ready. I've been ready. I'm trying to think now how I make sandwiches to go take to the homeless, because we feed the homeless in the wintertime, but I like it's time now, like in the summertime when they're just out there. What I can do now, what I can do now. My whole thing was to have a ministry, a 3-step ministry for people to be able to learn these things. And it's like, nah, you can't teach people that. You gonna go to, they gonna look. Scared man can't win shit. Nothing.
Oh, my goodness.
So if I felt like that, then as much as I've been preaching to my family and my friends, I know they tired of me, and a lot of them, like I say, then and I'm good with that, because whatever the Most High have for me, I want Him to get rid of the people around me that I don't see that has bad energy for me. You know what I mean? So I'm good with that. But the ones that I hear that I am trying to help and make a legacy for, I want to leave something here so that the next generation won't be lost as I was.
Exactly.
You know,
Why should they reinvent the wheel? They can just start where I ended.
exactly. And I love Billy Carson because that man got his stuff on point. He on point on how he have everything set up. He also have Underground City, and
Oh wow.
yeah, Billy Carson is a bad man. Bad man.
Where is this underground city? I'll go there right now.
Well, you know what? People have already had their own. He gave them, when he built it, they had to pay something, and they only get the code when it's something that happens and they need to go underground.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, but and an army guy helped him put that together. It's down in Georgia. He has a underground city down there that will take any atomic bombs, anything that on the top of the earth, he'll still be safe. The city that he had built down there for the people that's going. So I was like, man, that's cool. And then the way he has his trust set up with his kids, just because y'all my kids and y'all been listening to what I've been saying, but y'all ain't been doing what y'all need to do. You're not just gonna inherit money just because because it's like giving a fool money and you're gonna repeat the same cycle. He's like, you gotta have a certain point average on your credit. You got to be working. You got to be doing something in order for you. There's certain criteria you have to meet in order for you to receive his trust fund money. Just because you're going to be a trust fund baby don't mean you're going to be running around willy-nilly and you don't understand certain things. So I'm sure all of that he has set up, they can follow that plan. But just in case, when I die, you're not just going to get it willy nilly. There's certain things that you have to be responsible for in order for you to receive the gift.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because you don't want, you just don't want to recreate the same problems or create more problems by trying to do something good for somebody either.
Correct.
And there's wisdom in that. It's like, there's, the I'm not gonna go to somebody who's starving on the street and try to teach them how to farm. I'm gonna give them food first, and then I'm going to teach them how to farm.
Exactly.
You know, it's like if you know, it's like if I get my hand stuck in the car door, you know, please do not talk to me about, you know, about how I need to, you know, fix my life and you know,
Right, right. Meet me where I am.
yeah, meet me where I am, and then we can talk about anything you want.
Hmm.
I got my car, I got my finger stuck in this car door right now, and that's what I'm dealing with, and it hurts.
Yes. But I was just wondering if, you know, they're like minds are thinking like that because Midwest has its own nation now. You know what I mean? And there are nations within nations. So people start learning how to do those things. They can help their family in the midst of all of this at the same time.
Yeah, I'm whole hog with this because you know it's you know I probably you know it's if you know and I feel like I have to be. This is not like an emotional response. It's just that they went whole hog against me. So how can I just, you know, passively, you know, do anything? It's like they came and they came hard, they came heavy, they were relentless. So now I know what kind of world I live in.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And we just have to stand strong and stand on them principles of what we believe in.
Yeah. Principles are never gonna change. Never.
No. And to me, you know, because I have this with my play brothers, they like, it ain't simple, it ain't simple. I said, look, let me tell you something. It only took one signature to get us in this. Ain't no way you're going to tell me it's going to take more than that to get us out. Because what you're doing is rebutting a presumption of something.
Mm.
Once you rebut that presumption, do you really owe allegiance to anybody?
No.
Do you know what I'm saying? Other than the creator? It's like, okay, we learning how to work within their system, but we all know that the system has its flaws or it has its whatever. If we know that, why we can't make our own system that's somewhat flawless?
Yeah. Ever growing, ever increasing in righteousness.
Yes.
It
Yes.
doesn't, I'm not saying ever increasing in size like this government, but ever increasing in its beneficence, you know?
Yes. 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 Because it's there. It's
Yeah,
there.
even if it gets smaller, as long as it gets more efficient and more benevolent.
Yes. But yeah, I'm ready for that. I didn't miss the call that I was supposed to take hour and a half ago. So I'm gonna get off so that I can. But I would really love to talk to you guys more. And my mother Z told me about her money boy. She love her some money boy. I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go have lunch with her yesterday because I told her with all I'm going through, I missed her birthday on the 21st. She was like, she gonna get me, so I'm gonna take her out to lunch tomorrow so we can catch up. But
Just we love your positive energy, and I love everything you was just saying. Cause no lie, I've been studying that stuff in the background. That's what I've been studying.
okay.
But it's like when, like Otis said, if you say too much on here, sometime
Mm-hmm.
you kind of everybody start rebutting, and first they needs to get certain information and then see what happens, and that's why they move forward after that, I believe, because
Yeah.
they thinking, oh, it's just a status correction. No, it's bigger than that, bruh. It's bigger than that.
It's rebutting the presumption, because all the time you didn't know what it was, what you were doing. You were unbeknownst to what you were doing. So now that you actually know that that's why this system is falling apart slowly but surely, because people are waking up. They was governed on our ignorance. So now
Yeah.
you know. So they gonna have a harder way to go. And like you say, that fee schedule. Once you rebut that presumption, put that fee schedule and that power of attorney and the DBA. Because now what I've learned, I had a video I didn't want to just put it on a page, but um, when you're not registered to do business, that's what even any public business, then that's why they're able to go and try to pillage your accounts and stuff, because you're just out here like a ship without a flag. When you register that to do business, it's like you're in good standing now. So now you have the standing in court to sue and be sued, because there is registration of that name being to, belonging to you. And I just found out some things the other day to my little brother. He works my nerve, but he studies, and I'll be like, we got to get this. I'm tired of going back through this. But he explained something that made a lot of sense, and it's some paperwork that I have. But that needs to be done, because if it's not done, you're still out here using a name that is not registered to you to do business in. So that's one of the reasons why they're doing what they're doing, is because we're not registered to do business. Because a lot of cases have went away because they had their registration, and now that we know these things, especially in Crook County, they want you to put LLCs and all of that behind your name, when no, you're governing on that name that you're using, not an LLC. So that name you have to capture, so that now you're doing business in that name. Or even to put it, the trust is off the chain, because they can't penetrate that. They can try if you don't have it sealed tight enough, but that's something that they don't want to be charged with antitrust fraud for. But I really want to get with y'all. I really want to, I like to give hugs and feel people and see their face and stuff like that. So I would hope one day that we will all be able to have some big, roundup. I don't like to call them picnics, but roundup, so that, we all can, feel that energy of one another and make some things happen.
Well, I'm in Crook County too, and you can give me a shout anytime.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to hook up with you. I didn't know you was that close.
Yeah.
Crook County, you know it. So yeah, that's what I'm dealing with them right now. And like you said, a gentleman always gives notice.
You know what? I'm dealing with them now too. So let me know if I have a couple of haymakers that I'm working on right now that I think will situate what I'm dealing with, and I'm happy to share them with you freely.
Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm finna put my email in this chat in the back, and then you can send me yours, or
Okay.
anybody else that want it. But I'm all for the unity, and I know sometimes too much is sometimes spoils the pot when you get some of them other things in there. But I know that it's just a unifier. It's just like that the crystal. I
That's
just
right.
look, it's just, I'm just thankful. I just, all I can say, I'm just thankful and grateful to be in the midst of you guys.
Yeah, likewise. Likewise. This is what keeps it going. It's like they they captured media because we would have made television shows about the truth. We would have all of our music, no matter what genre, would have been about the truth.
Mm.
Everything would just be conversational like this, and we would just know the truth just by living, walking, and talking, because we just be telling the truth all the time. How to grow food, how to stay healthy, how to overcome illness, how
Yeah.
to how to do business, how to build something, how everything. It would just be free flowing.
Hmm. And I believe that's what the Most High is pushing us to right now. Like Midwest say, you can walk on it for a little bit, but somebody gonna push you. You're gonna have to make some moves and do some things that you need to do. And
Right.
someone told me yesterday, if the Most High put that thought in you, it's like, when you have your imagination as a child. If you can imagine it, you either been there somewhere. Because how could you have come with that thought? Because we travel in all these different worlds and atmospheres. The imagination that you have, how did you come up with that thought if you hadn't been there somewhere in that? How did you see what I'm saying?
Right.
You had to
It
have been there somewhere in your lifetime or in your dreams when you go to sleep and through the atmosphere. You had to have been there somewhere in order for you to just even imagine something like that. Whatever it was you're,
otherwise, right, right,
because you never experienced it to even know, to even have the thought. So if the thought came from somewhere, so you had to have had that experience somewhere in your lifetime.
right. It's like if you didn't already have the experience, then you would have had the memory of putting it together. But if
Say
it
that.
comes to you whole,
Yep.
it has to already be there.
Yep. Say that. That came to me. I said, these ancestors, though they powerful. Whew.
Well, here's a thought. Okay, like let's say we're all in as in like lower vibrations, like we think we might, and we're fractal all out into all these numbers of people that we have on the planet. When you elevate your energy, you're going into a higher energy, you're going to a higher frequency. There's going to be less fractals.
Right.
So the higher you go, the
Yeah.
more you're going to realize that we're all one.
Hmm.
And then the higher you go, the more energy you're going to be trafficking in. But the thing is that you'll have the higher you go, the more energy you'll be able to bring down too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now you're going up and down like lightning.
But but I will like to talk to you before the weekend is over with, because I'm gonna be in here studying all weekend. I got some things I'm working on.
Oh, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, the energy conversation is 24/7.
Yes, because that's all we are is energy.
That's right. I love it.
Me too. Just to know, just to like I say, it's a great day to be alive. What's going on? So I'll talk with you guys later. Peace, love, and light. And Midwest, drink
Uh,
the water. Peace.
Absolutely.
Peace
Peace.
and love, Madam V. Peace and love.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yes,
talk to
sugar.
y'all. Yeah.
You,
Okay, I'm gonna get on and get off here in a minute.
perfect. Officer, get her email from the back office before we end it,
Yeah.
and I'll send her mine. This was a great conversation with everybody. This is one that was needed to keep everybody energy positive and flowing.
Yeah. Shalom.
Oh my goodness. I went a little bit too far with the cayenne.